Good morning, good evening, friends, wherever you are. This is Dom Sketchcast. It's my fucking show. You understand? We had a great guest today. It's going to be an amazing show. It's going to be a very relaxing, nice, cozy show that you'll be able to watch while you're drawing, doing whatever. But first, we got a couple of announcements. First announcement is that we are sponsored by our donations. This show is sponsored by our donations. I'm sponsored by our donations. If I provide any value to you every week, if I have provided value to you in the past, if you want me to continue to be able to do this and leave my day job so that I can do more of this, please go to patreon.com/valet and donate. You'll get gifts. There are different things that happen in little tiers. If you donate on patreon.com/valet, I would really, really appreciate it. And everyone who helps this show get made will appreciate it as well. And the more you guys donate, the bigger things we'll be able to do. You know, Ubering guests to the studio, Down Home Media Studios, Ubering guests back home afterwards, catering. We're going to need a lot of shit in the future. We need a lot of shit from you now. So please go on patreon.com/valet. Give us money. It will help us. And it will help you. Our guest this week is Mabel Ye. Shadow Dom will take us to the shadow realm where we will talk to Mabel Ye. You will hear me talking to Mabel Ye. You will enjoy hearing me talk to Mabel Ye. I'm going to talk to Mabel Ye. It's about to happen. Enjoy the loading screen. It's going to take a little time for us to load. I don't know when we're going to figure out how not to load, but it happens. You know, whenever we do these interviews, I don't know why it happens, but it happens. So just relax during the loading screen. I would suggest that you contemplate your existence a little bit during the loading screen. Do whatever you need to do. I would advise against skipping past the loading screen. That's about all I got. Shadow Dom, take it away.
Oh my god, I had the same exact like iron.
Really?
Or like
Impossible,
it was
Mabel,
like
impossible.
it was my old roommate's and she left it. Yeah. Yeah, I have this. It's the same exact one. I love it so much. It steams.
Yeah, it does. I never use the steam feature. I'm like, what is it?
Oh my god.
like it.
No, you got it. Okay, it's to like prevent damage to your dumb.
You're getting stressed out. Wait, how does my clothes get damaged, Mabel?
Because
What the
like
hell?
if like there's no water and it's just heat, it's kind of like when I don't know, it's kind of like when people dry their hair with a hair dryer and it like the heat damages their hair and like the steam, like the water kind of counteracts when you're like like ironing
Really?
your clothes. I know
I don't believe this for some reason. I don't think my clothing is damaged.
It's not a conspiracy theory.
If you're right, that means my clothing has been like abused and it's all just
Yes.
stressed out.
Well,
And-
it depends on what kind of clothing. If it's cotton, you can do whatever, honestly. But if it's like polyester blend or something, sorry, my mom knows a lot about clothing, so I know all this shit. But like if it's like a poly blend, then you need to like steam it or something.
She's like, Mabel, don't ever
No, yeah, literally.
don't ever not iron. Don't ever not use steam. Please introduce yourself for the people.
Okay. Hi, I'm Mabel, and I draw and animate and make music.
You do a lot of things. You're a multifaceted person.
I really don't know how to describe myself. I don't want to like oversell myself.
I love multi people. I feel like you have a few titles that you didn't throw in there. There's something else. You're a director, writer.
Human.
That's good. What else? You got you are a person. A person's different. A person's the same thing as human, right?
Yes. I feel like human's more scientific, like biological.
The
And
person is like that's like our identity almost.
yes, this is hurting my brain.
We're going there, Mabel.
Yes.
People talk about personhood, right? You hear that word sometimes?
Personhood?
You never heard of that word?
No, I've heard of womanhood in like coming of age books, and I've heard of manhood when it comes to like really gross depictions of like dicks, but
Yeah.
not not personhood.
I'll tell you a story. Since we're starting off with dicks, which is my favorite topic on this show. Yesterday we were talking about my friend's beautiful 11-week-old golden doodle getting neutered because he's running around humping everybody now. And a friend was sitting there and she's like, "You're gonna get your nuts chopped off soon, and then
Oh my
you're
God.
not gonna be able to hump anybody." And then we were all like, "Damn, that's sad, man. He's gonna lose it." But I mean, it's also it's necessary, obviously, for dog population and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But a friend told a story about her dad was like didn't get their dog neutered because he thought it would damage the dog's manhood. And we're like, why do dogs need like they don't need to have sexual identity. Like it's not
Oh my
important
God.
for them.
My mom always used to say that my cat back at home would be gay because
Wait, what?
like he's just like very effeminate, and like his meow is the highest pitched. It sounds like a, I don't know. You can't even hear it. Like it's such on a high spectrum. I don't know. Also, he's
What's your cat's name?
back at home. He's named after a video game character. His name is Spy, after the Team Fortress 2 class Spy.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, Spy. That's pretty good.
It's cause
So you were gonna say something. Sorry.
oh, no worries. Cause like there's a class called Engineer in the game, and he has a voice line going like, "There's a spy around here."
Yeah.
So my brother and I named our cat Spy only so we could say that Engineer voice line and have it be like true with the cat around. I don't know what we're thinking.
For some reason, you said Spy, and I thought of the Scout class in my head. It was completely wrong.
I feel like the Scout is like the face of TF2.
He's so good. Like when they started doing those 3D animations.
Yeah. Oh God, they're
like,
beautiful.
They shouldn't have stopped it. They stopped it like 3-4 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. But they were so fucking good.
They're amazing. But what's great about that game is that there's this incredible community where there's like community made fan made animations, and some of them are amazing, like studio level animation. It's crazy.
And you got to wonder for some of them. I mean, like obviously they're all passionate to make something like that, but I mean, I think the person, unless I'm mistaken, the person who does the TF2, the main TF2 Meet the Spy, Meet the Engineer series, that person or group were doing fan stuff before, right? Can you confirm or deny that? Like they were a fan and then
I have no idea. Not sure. I do know that like there's a couple like professional, I don't know if it's Blizzard or Riot animators who kind of like were huge fans of TF2 and like actually animated TF2 stuff before they got into say Blizzard or Riot or whatever, which isn't surprising.
I mean, what I want to see more of is how do I describe this? I want to see like, okay, here's what they should do for Overwatch. We're gonna role play right here, right? You are the director of Overwatch. What would you call the president of the president of
President of Overwatch?
Yes, you're the president of Overwatch.
Oh
Mabel,
my
and
God.
I'm gonna pitch you something.
Okay.
Mabel, I am a merely a peon, and I have an idea for thee. Right? And I come up to you and I'm like, listen, here's what's gonna happen. Every Overwatch character needs their own cartoon series. So they make on the YouTube channel. You know they got the money. They each should have their own story.
That does exist though, I think. Or like they're not like as good as the Meet
Is
the
it like a comic book?
No, they're also like animations. I think I haven't seen all of them, but I've seen like Soldier 76 and I've seen Maze, but they're not as good as the TF2 ones. They're like very
Why not though?
They're like just they take themselves too seriously. Like that's my main gripe of Overwatch. Cuz I used to play it a lot. It was nicknamed the TF2 killer.
Yeah.
But and I played it so much after playing TF2 for forever. But eventually I just went back to TF2 because it just takes itself super seriously, and like there's no space to have fun or goof off and do something stupid. And like
That's bizarre because these characters are supremely cartoony and ridiculous.
yeah, I feel like I've just been spoiled by Team Fortress 2, where you can like put a fucking like pipe on your head that glows, and you take like you can like finger gun people to death, or I don't know. Like,
Yeah. They should. I mean, maybe they're trying to corner the cartoony characters who are serious markets.
yeah, I mean,
somehow.
it's a really good game. I just feel like I feel like my childhood is so closely connected to Team Fortress 2. I can't. It's really hard for me to move on.
When did you first get that? Because you're 20 now.
Yeah, I keep forgetting I'm 20. Jeez, like you spend, I don't know, 6 or 7 years of your life saying I'm blank teen, and suddenly I'm 20. I don't know how to.
You can start saying 20 teen.
20 teen.
Yes, just straight faces.
I'm
people are
20
like,
teen.
"Ugh, weird.
Yeah.
So you got it. I'm gonna guess you were like 13 when you first started playing.
Yeah, probably around that time, because I have a twin brother, and we played so many video games, and he got me into TF2, I think. We would just play back-to-back matches for like 6 to 10 hours a day, and we eventually started playing like competitive, and it was just super fun.
Were you never like an RPG person, like the slower single player games?
I feel like I played some of those in the beginning, but the more I played, like we also played like Quake Live and stuff like that and Counter-Strike, and the more I played those kind of games, my attention span just like, I'm like, I have no attention span. Whenever I open up like an open world single player game, I immediately get bored within 5 minutes, even if there's a really good story. It's so sad.
Really?
Yeah, I only play
man.
I can only play like fast online stuff or like simulation games. Like I really like city builders or like indie games. Like Stardew Valley is incredible.
It's a beautiful game too.
Yeah, and the guy who made it, he made everything.
Toby Fox, something like.
Oh no, Toby made Undertale. I almost,
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
yeah.
What's the name of the Stardew Valley guy?
Concerned Ape. Like I don't actually know his real name. I know his like username because
That's actually his full legal name. His concern from the emotional ape family.
on his birth
You got
certificate.
Angry Ape was his father. Sad Ape was his mother.
Yeah, but he made all the music. He coded everything, and I think he was talking about how he had to learn pixel art from scratch. Like he had no idea how to draw or anything beforehand.
Man, that level of energy is just, it's beautiful, but I'm gonna make some assumptions about him here. Like I know he had people help him on that game, but like that level of just
It's
wanting
crazy.
to be like I hope he is able to give some of that control over, because I mean if he was really and you know creative people like this, it's like they have to like control every portion of what is being made.
Yeah.
But I guess the good part about that is, I mean, you end up having a very cohesive audio visual item. You know, everything is like it's
Yeah,
from your brain.
definitely. Yeah. Man.
Before we get into your content though, speaking of gorgeous, just put together content that exists within its own world, Mabel, we have to do something. The thing is, you and I are not in physical space. We are looking at each other on webcam.
Yes.
This is not physical space. There is, though, a digital space that we exist in, and we're going to create that right now.
Okay.
That's what the viewers are looking at. So I want you to imagine for a moment, and I'm going to preface this by saying, and I don't think this is going to taint what happens after I make this statement. I think you're going to be very, very excellent at this because of these cozy environments, cozy, rich environments you're able to create in your art. Anyway, we have to make your room. Imagine you're in a room. There are 4 white walls around you. There's a ceiling and a floor. This is your room. This is your domain. This is where you exist. What's in there? What are the colors of the walls? Are there windows? Are there objects in there?
I'd be in a tree house, and there would just be like rugs and pillows everywhere, and maybe some Christmas lights. And
Year round or only like in winter?
probably year round, and there'll be like no furniture.
Okay.
And like a microwave.
Okay.
Yes.
No fridge, just a microwave?
Yes.
Okay. What's outside the windows?
I guess there would just be either a plain of sorts or maybe like a forest, and the treehouse is really, really high up. So maybe you see the clouds.
Whoa, okay. It's a giant ass tree. Okay, now this is perhaps a dumb question, but most tree houses have a doorway on the floor, right? You walk up into it. Is that the case with your room, or is it on the sides? Like, where is it? Where is the entrance?
Yeah, there'll be like an opening at the bottom, and the tree will grow through the opening and out an opening on the top. And along the tree trunk in the house will be like a spiral staircase.
That goes up to another place that we can't see, right? There's another thing.
Yeah, I guess like the top of the tree house will be like a patio area.
Wow. That's really good. So yeah, that's the space we're in right now. And this will change over the course of whatever. If you feel like changing anything at any given time, just let me know. The next time we talk, we'll come back to this place. So this is your spot. Mm-hmm. This reminds me of, you ever play Zelda Ocarina of Time?
I haven't, no.
What?
Dude, I
Too
didn't
busy playing Overwatch. Come on.
I didn't grow up with a console. My parents were kind of strict with that. So that's how my brother and I got good at torrenting stuff and like building computers and like playing games on computers.
Did they not walk by and see like, those are video games, but they're on a monitor, so this is acceptable.
We were good. We would like shift, like we would like tab out of everything really quickly. Like we were really sneaky. We got really good.
That's like, that was the real game that was being played. It's the alt tab away from your parents' game. So, speaking of your content, speaking of these videos you've made, I want to start with Beautiful Brain. Man, where did I fucking start with it? I want to talk about environment. I feel like the thing that I find most repetitive about, repetitively interesting about when I look at your work, it's like these environments seem very cozy and sort of like very real, even though they're kind of you'll get a line, you're not pouring over details and shading and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They seem very real and lived in to me somehow. How do you approach the creation of environments? Like, what is your philosophy on environment creation?
That's interesting. Okay, I guess I try to, in whatever way I draw the environment, I'm just trying my best to convey the emotion that I want the audience or whatever to feel. And usually I'll just start off by drawing. I wouldn't even sketch anything, and the lines will usually be jagged because I feel like if you draw something of too much perfection, especially like if you pour over perspective and stuff like that, I don't know how do you say that? What's the noun version of genuineosity?
Can we just? I want to keep it genuineosity. Genuineness, authenticity.
I can just use that. Yes, it keeps the authenticity of whatever you're trying to get across better. If you're not like pouring over specific details, and then depending on like what I want the audience to feel, I'll pick certain colors and just keep it simple, not too many colors. Highlight and like a shadow and like another color.
I'm so into it. I'm so into this style. And I feel like you're also a master of like pushing and pulling values, so you get the light and the dark. I feel like it's never like one color. It's like there's always like a very interesting shape made out of a piece of light or color for your eye to play with and like focus on at any given time. If we're talking about Beautiful Brain though, what is the emotion that you wanted people to feel from this guy who can't talk to this woman
I guess. Well, I guess that's why I made it a film, because it's hard for me to explain it in words.
Okay.
I guess this feeling of pining, or rather just wanting to know someone better. Yeah, because whenever I make a film or write a song or even draw a comic, it's usually based off of a very personal experience I've had. But to create something that would relate to the audience, or have the audience feel like solidarity towards, I never make this the actual personal experience I had like specifically there. It's always kind of mixed up and changed in a way where everyone can interpret it as their own. So I guess I hope the universal emotion that comes across is like just wanting to know someone better.
Yeah.
But I guess there's like a lot more complex like undertones and stuff to that.
Like within that specific desire?
Yeah. It's I don't know. I like don't know how to talk about this.
I mean, there are definitely a bunch of components in there, in that feeling, because it's like, it's almost like you're being held back by something if you're in that moment, which I felt many times. It's sort of like, to me, it feels like that you want to do something, so like you want to talk to someone, or you want to understand how they feel, or you're like this guy on the train where you're like, you keep looking at this person, you just want to say hi, but you're not doing it, and it's like, it's almost like this other version of you is holding yourself back from doing that thing. That's what it feels like to me very often when I want to do something that I am physically not doing. It's like a demon in the back of my head or something. But would you attach these colors to that feeling, like these background colors, like I don't know if you would say teal and orange, like do you feel like those colors live closely to that emotion?
Yeah. Well, since when I think of Beautiful Brain, I have a very specific situation in my mind that has actually happened to me, so those colors resonate with me. So I hoped that they would resonate with other people as well.
Yeah. I mean, I was yelling at this guy while I was watching it. I felt I don't know, just like the environment. These two are so it's so appealing. I don't know and that's just not even the best word. I love that video. Can you tell? I really like it. I'm really
What's interesting is that I actually drew both characters as girls. So
say what?
Yeah. The thing is, I noticed like if say like guys were commenting on a video, they would think it's a guy, and if like girls were commenting on it, they would think it's a girl, which I thought was really interesting. At first, like for a second,
in this current incarnation, this current design.
Yeah.
Really?
All
right.
Yeah. I have actually have like stacks and stacks of drawings and development between them, and I did make develop a pitch with these two characters in it, which I pitched to when I was interning at Cartoon Network. And so they do have like a lot of different personalities in them, but in the beginning I just kind of developed them as two girls, and so yeah, it was interesting where like a lot of guys thought it was a guy and vice versa. So I was like, oh, maybe I was successful in trying to get like those feelings of, or like trying to get people to relate to it or something.
Huh.
But yeah.
Something I've always wanted was to see a kind of oh my god, maybe I'll describe the result to you, and maybe you'll get what I mean. I would love to see something where it was like whoever watches a video would actually see a different version of what you want, like to really guarantee that they would see something different. like that it
Yeah.
would morph or so, and maybe that already happens anyway, because like if we like something, we sort of attach our own ideas to it anyway. But like I would love it if like the colors changed if you were a different kind of person or something like
Oh,
that.
that'd be crazy. If you
Yeah,
like
and
that, like black or what was it, like blue or yellow dress or something?
oh yeah,
What was
exactly, yeah, yeah. That was the most worst like
Yeah,
water cooler office talk
I remember
moment.
that happened when I was in like 11th grade in high school because everyone just wouldn't stop talking about it in chemistry class. I don't know why. I was
How
like,
long did it take you to get bored, to get annoyed by it?
I I wasn't even paying attention to what they're talking about. I just thought they were talking about like a random dress or something.
So what about this dress, people? What do you think?
Huh? I don't know. What the hell? I'm supposed to have thoughts about this damn dress. I do want to talk about your sketchbook as well, your sketchbook habits.
Oh
I
wow,
got
yeah.
yeah, I got a couple pages of your sketchbook
Oh god.
that we purchased here at the DSC podcast.
Oh.
First off, gridded paper versus plain paper. What is your preference?
Oh wow. I liked, well, so those must be the sketchbooks I drew during like my first year at college. But I at the time I liked gridded paper because one, it was cheaper. Two, there wasn't as much pressure to like, I don't know, like taint a brand new white page. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, I'm doing something terrible when I draw on a new page.
I mean, I think I prefer plain. There's something about the grid that just seems like it's obstructing me. It's like, why are you there? Damn it. It's
Yeah.
like you're in the Tron universe or something like that. So right now you're doing blank. Are you back to blank or?
Yeah, well, I like stopped really like having a sketchbook or like drawing in a sketchbook for like I'd say the last year just 'cause
Wow.
I've been so caught up in like films and pitching and like job stuff that if I do draw traditionally, it's on like scraps of computer paper. Yeah, and I did just buy a sketchbook like 2 days ago, and I'm gonna see if I
Okay.
could get back into that, but I don't know. It's like hard for me to do it.
All right, hang on a second. I want everyone to say a prayer. Everyone in the DSC world to say a prayer for Mabel. We're in the tree house right now. I want you to grab the nearest pillow, and we're going to say a prayer for Mabel to use her sketchbook way more so we can get more of these delicious sketchbook pages here that I'm looking at. It's so nice. Where can people get those, by the way? You remind
Oh,
us? Okay.
they're on Gumroad.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really are great, and I hope you do it more.
Thank you.
Personally, my sketchbook is almost like a mini therapist or something. It's
Yeah, definitely.
when I'm using it, it's it's almost like a shield where I'm just kind of like describing everything. It's like it's so comforting to me to just try to translate the words and
Yeah,
words
exactly.
and sounds and visuals I'm seeing just down, like
Yeah.
just get it all down.
I have a bunch of sketchbooks from different summers that I haven't posted online anywhere or whatever because I do believe I like sharing my art, but also I like doing art for myself and not posting it anywhere because I think that might alter the authenticity of it. But in those sketchbooks, since you don't have the pressure of showing it to anyone, it's truly I don't know, it's you, and it's messy, but it's great. And I've written a lot of songs in there. I'd say like it's mostly writing in those books, and it's like so many songs. I haven't even gotten to recording demos for like 2/3 of them. There's lots of songs and like life drawings and kind of like observations, but yeah.
So if a friend saw you writing or drawing in one of those books and they wanted to see it, but we're kind of like, Mabel, I gotta see the book. I just gotta. Would you be like, get the hell out of here? Because that seems like a private book. That seems like a book that no one.
I mean, depending on the person, I would probably just show them, or at least like, flip the book over and show it to them for a couple seconds. But like, I don't know. I don't know if I feel like it would be private, but it would everything I feel like everything I draw would be altered in a way where if you weren't me, you wouldn't understand what it's about. So, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, yeah. You throw those codes in there. Sometimes I write so ugly that I know no one can read it for myself. I know
That's so
for a
funny.
fact. But it's dumb
my
because
God.
people aren't even looking at my book. So I'm like,
Yes, I'll make the secret code. And I'm like,
no, anyway. Come on, man. Who am I kidding? So when you write a song, is it lyrics first? Are you writing melody?
It depends. Like, so, I guess when I first got into music making, I only really did instrumental stuff. I didn't really sing or write at all. And at that point, it was just melody first and then lyrics. And I found it like a chore to write lyrics. But now it's mostly a lot of writing, a lot of observations, as a means to like process what's going on in my life and stuff like that. And now I'm just finding it hard to find time to like write the music and record the music to put the lyrics in and stuff.
I love It's Not Real.
Thank
It's the
you.
latest single you released last October, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And the art on there is the same color as what do you call it? To me, it's a very similar color to Beautiful Brain. Would you agree with that? Same color scheme?
Almost. It's like it has the same greens, I think, if I recall correctly.
Is it existing in a world close to Beautiful Brain?
I don't know. Maybe not. I feel like it would, if anything, it would exist in a world with like the other single I did. I forgot what it's called.
Wait, you're supposed to know.
Shit. That I don't know. The one before the one before that where there's also like a drawing of a girl laying on the ground.
Is it true?
I don't know why I'm blanking.
Is it true?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah, there you go. We got it. We got it out the studio. Yeah,
Yeah,
beautiful,
if anything, I would think, it would, like, those two would be in the same universe.
Is it true? It's not real. Yeah, I could see it. Yeah, just looking in the mirror. Very nice. I like that. Now, did that art come before the song? So it's not real?
Usually all the art comes after the music, because generally, I kind of wish I could just upload music without art at all, because then when people listen to it, they can make their own visuals in their head.
Okay.
But to just like, I guess like it does need some art. So like then I'll try to draw something that best suits that theme.
Okay. When I was listening to It's Not Real, I noticed you. I'm not a music guy, so you're gonna have to bear with me on some of these terms. You used vocal layering. It seems like there were like 3 of you or something.
Oh yeah.
How many versions of you? I don't know. Vocal tracks. How many layers was that?
I'm also not a music person, or rather like.
Yes, you are. You would 100%.
No. I don't know shit
you can
about
accept it.
actual production, but I guess so I pitched my voice super low on one track and I pitched my voice like super high on another, and there's one where like my voice is like normal, and I have 2 underlying tracks of it's kind of like a cappella where I just kind of like hum or like make vocalizations and layer them. So I guess 4 in 5 in total. But the single before that, Is It True? Is that right?
Yes. Is it true? It's yours.
Is it true? Is it true?
Is it true?
Yeah, that one had so many layering and tracks, actually. It was like, I wouldn't, like, not vocal-wise, but, like, guitar-wise, it was the most I've ever put in a song. It was ridiculous, like, mixing it.
Does the layering feel good? Does it ever feel excessive? Did you ever have to dial it back, or was it?
Yeah, there's been a lot of times where I had to, like, really kind of mix it down or even delete a track if I feel like it doesn't add anything or just makes things too busy. Because I've always admired songs where everything's very sparse and it's only like I guess two or three instruments, and it's not all white noise all the time. Not saying that like music that sounds like white noise is bad, but like I just like hearing the different instrumentation and like the separation of that all. So yeah.
Is there a new album coming out?
I'm working on it.
I got sent by the Mabel Ye fan club sent me here. This is a sting operation. We want to know when the next album's coming out.
Oh my god. It's just like I've been in like, I don't want to say a slump, but like I just started working full time over the summer, and it's, oh god, it's really hard to make stuff. And
you're not at Cartoon Network anymore? You're somewhere else?
Yeah, I was an intern at Cartoon Network for
Right.
I don't know, like 3 or 4 months, and then I was a character designer at Sony for a very brief time.
All right. Hell yeah. Okay.
And now I work at Netflix. It's extremely new, lots of like new secret stuff. So I don't know if I should speak about it, but
Don't. It's okay.
well, okay, I think I can say this, but Craig McCracken.
No, don't get yourself
No.
in trouble.
No. It's there's an article on like Variety or something. Like,
Okay.
but
all right, spill the beans. Exclusive.
okay.
We got a DSC exclusive. Mabel Ye. Let's go.
It's
Let's go.
online.
It's an exclusive.
It's online already. Craig
No, it's not true. This is here first, straight from Mabel Ye's mouth.
Yes,
It's not
yes.
official till Mabel says.
breaking.
All right, let's go.
Breaking news.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
go.
Craig McCracken has a new show, on Netflix.
Who's that again?
He's
I've heard of.
he made Powerpuff Girls and Foster's
Whoa!
Home, and Wander Over Yonder.
Wow.
And if not more, I don't know. He's crazy. He's a genius. But yeah, well, it's not gonna come out for a few years, but I'm on that show.
Years?
Yeah, we just started. Well, we didn't just
You're telling
start,
me-
but like we're working on it.
It takes years to make a show like that?
Yeah. Well, usually there's a couple years in development, and then there's like a year of like production, and then like there's like more years to make seasons, and it's all staggered and whatever. Yeah, it's a lot. And like
okay.
and like features crazy, like movies. Oh my gosh, it takes so long. The pipeline is really slow.
Oh my god, I would imagine as the director of something like that, you just want to make it get done, and the production team's like,
Hold on. We gotta spend 3 more months.
no!
Yeah.
Screaming. But that was a mad, huge tangent, because we originally were talking about you were in a slump. You were in a slump. So
Yeah.
get back to that, please.
Yeah, I guess like it's just hard for me to find time, if not like, I don't know. That's just an excuse. I guess I do have a lot of time, but it's just hard to find like the motivation to make stuff. I don't know. It might be because I just left school, and that was like insane, the amount of work that I had to put out. And it might be like a little burnt out, I guess, but we'll see. I'm just gonna like keep playing video games and hanging out and see if I'll like make more stuff or something.
You're allowed to hang out. You're allowed to enjoy yourself. I think there's a lot of pressure on creative people, and I'm sure a lot of people are asking you when stuff is out obnoxiously, like I did just now. But there's definitely a balance, and I don't really know what the answer is for me yet. I am one of those people, I kind of force myself to make things.
Yeah.
Put a gun to my own head. You better draw. Oh my god. Yeah.
Draw or die.
Oh no. And that tends to work for me. But yeah, I haven't been in college for like, I think it's been 10, 11 years.
Oh my god, you're so old. You're so old.
Come on, man. I got a digital cane. My cane is made out of a JPEG. A JPEG turned into like a physical object. That's all I want in this life, is to be able to just pull digital things into the real world, like reach into my computer and just dig into another world, and
yeah, I would
be
just
so happy.
I would just pull up like pictures of millions of dollars and just like,
Wait, no, you can't do that.
that's for a Nintendo Switch. That's for a 3 Michelin star meal.
It would be the economy would be so ruined instantly. We would. It would be so terrible. You just pull a car out of your computer, like, oh my God, shut the computers down. The government would be going crazy. Stop! Put that phone down. Dude, everyone has a phone.
I just wish it could apply to food. Like, isn't that a thing from Willy Wonka where like if you're watching the TV chocolate or something? Yeah. Oh God, I wanted that so bad as a kid.
That was cool. I think I was more of a. Maybe I was more of a Charlie Bucket. I was more the kid who's like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm just happy to. Charlie Bucket was such a. He was such a sap. I don't know. It's like, I'm just a poor kid, you know?
Oh my God. Have you seen that Facebook page where it's like talking about how Grandpa Joe's the real villain and he's like evil?
I knew you were gonna say something like,
it's so good.
Why? Because he told. Hey, Charlie,
I don't even remember. I just remember like there was this like legitimate like 4-paragraph rant about how Grandpa Joe's like the actual bad person of everything.
I wonder if that person
he's like
wrote that article,
the root of all evil. Is that even his name, Grandpa Joe? Am I remembering this right? If it's like some other name.
Is it true? No, I have no idea. Grandpa Bucket. Do you remember how his grandparents were sleeping in the same bed? All four of them?
I was like,
what the hell? Like head to toe. They were staggered. They were so poor. They had to sleep in the same.
Yeah, and they would like eat like cabbage or something, or like cabbage soup or something. It's been ages.
So poor. We're the perfect model of a sad family, are we not? Looking at the camera, you can empathize with us because we're poor. And the rest of the story will unfold and just surround this concept. Now, we're back. I want to remind Mabel that we're in her lovely treehouse room. I hear creatures outside that might be bears or owls, some other maybe infernal monster that's very cute with wings, some shit like that. It's very nice and peaceful in here. But it's time for us to wrap this up and leave. But we will be back into the treehouse room at some point. Mabel, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you. And likewise, Dom.
Thank you. So please tell people where they can find you.
I'm on Twitter and Instagram at, I don't even know how to pronounce my own username. Mobble. I don't know. Is it Mabel Ye? I don't know. Yeah, I'm on Twitter and Instagram. I'm also on YouTube. Also Mabel whatever. Yeah, whatever. Mobble. Yeah, pretty much.
Do you have anything coming up that you'd like to promote or plug? Or?
I don't know. I guess I'm doing a bunch of like short comics and stuff that I post on my Instagram. And
they're very good.
Oh, thank you. I've been drawing a lot of fan art for Killing Eve, so you might just see a lot of that within the next few weeks.
Okay.
But yeah,
cool.
That's pretty much it.
Mabel, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. This was super fun.
Thank you, Shadow Dom. Thank you, Mabel Ye, for that amazing, cozy conversation. Woo! This is it. Don't leave yet, though, because I gotta give you guys some more announcements. Shout out to Downhill Media Studios, that's where we record it. In Downhill Media Studios, Ryan and Michelle, home of Art Splained, home of Harley the Cat, a bunch of weird other shit. Check out Downhill Media. Check it out. Don't forget, patreon.com/valet. If you enjoyed this video, and if you are going to enjoy future videos, which you will, please go on patreon.com/valet and contribute to what we're trying to make. Help it grow. We need your help. We don't want to splatter a bunch of like weird ads on here yet, unless it's like a Toyota ad. Like if they give me $1 million, I'm going to pocket all of that and I will never see any of you again. But until then, patreon.com/valet, please donate. We're going to end with a question. If you have questions, go to ask@domrabron.com. Don't go there. Email ask@domrabron.com with your question. We have a question today.
Okay, Lester is emailing us with a question. It's very important. So Dom,
Wait, hold up. Why does Lester have an avatar of Kirby hanging out with Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
Don't be jealous.
Why does Lester have that as an avatar? That's weird.
Why wouldn't he?
I don't know. Anyway, what's the question from Lester?
Sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Powerpuff Girls.
Yes. But what is your chemical X? If someone was making you and they used all these 3 ingredients plus an accidental one, what would that chemical X be that makes you?
Dead parents. Let's go, baby. That's the ingredient. Dead parents. All right. So that's all we got. Thank you, folks. Thank you, Lester. Thank you, Downhome Media. Thank you, Patreon subs. You guys are the real valets out there, okay? Patreon subs. That's all we got. See you next episode. Thank you. All right. Woo!